the fact is that, yes, there's 3 people dead, but there's a little girl that never had the chance.
Okay. And then you told me you live out in Hutto.
I live in Huddle.
How did you hear about what happened today?
Because my girl lives right over here, right off of 17th Street, which is right across the bridge over here.
Yeah.
And I guess she keeps up with up-to-date stuff on Williamson County, and she told me that there was a homicide going on or something happened like that. It involved a little girl and a male and a female.
How do you feel hearing that awful news?
Well, the thing is that, things like this are always going to happen. The problem with that is that it involved a little kid, an 8-year-old. So having that it involved a little child who had nothing to do with whatever the dispute might have been, or who knows if it was somebody who just broke in or if it was somebody that they knew. The fact is that, yes, there's 3 people dead, but there's a little girl that never had the chance.
And you said you had a friend that lives on the corner.
Yeah,
Your
lives
girl
right here in the
lives
corner.
nearby.
Yes.
Is this normal for this area to get
No. Georgetown in particular, this is very, very rare to hear this kind of stuff. You don't see this stuff here in Georgetown.
Does that bring you any concerns then with knowing people and having people close to you live near this area?
What brings concern to me is that this city's growing too fast, that there's a lot more stuff that they can't control.
What would your message be to the city then?
Man, slow it down, man. You can't keep up with all the other cities. Just slow it down because you're bringing in too much in here. Too many people are moving in. You can't control it.
So are you concerned with friends and close ones' safety now being close to this?
Like I said, I have a friend that lives right here in the corner.
What?
Right there in the corner. So, yes, you know what I'm saying? If it can just happen right here, this person could have gone to any other house trying to escape, you know what I'm saying? And then broken in just to try to get away. But, I don't know the full details other than,
But it does raise some concerns.
Oh, definitely. It definitely does. I mean, especially, if you have younger children. You have younger children and everything. They might have been running around here. I don't know what time it happened, but still, you do see kids running around out here in the evenings. Sure. I come over here to dry my clothes. I wash it at home, but dry it over here.
Freddie, is there anything I didn't ask you about this you wanted to mention?
No. Other than, it's a sad situation that, something like this might have happened, but, it's the city of Georgetown right now is growing too fast. And you're not able to maintain, law everywhere now.
You said this morning you were asleep when the news broke over there, but you read it on Facebook. What were your initial thoughts when you saw that post?
It was sad because nobody deserves to lose their life. And especially when you read about a child losing their life. The only way I actually physically heard about it was my dogs.
Did he start barking around that time this morning?
They did, yeah. Him and his brother. Letting me know that there was, he's all like, "You're cool now."
You're good.
Letting me know that something was going on with all the lights and the emergency vehicles and whatnot. But other than that, crime itself in this area is not normal, especially that kind of crime. In the world that we're living in, that's normal, and I was expecting at some point that it's going to trickle down into even the areas we live at. So,
does that concern you being so close to it?
No, not with him. It really doesn't. But it's inevitable. It really is. It's just inevitable, and it's just something I guess you get used to.
Is there a message you have maybe for the city or police that you wanted to let them know about this, being so close to your home?
Honestly, I don't. I think we need to take care of each other as human beings, no matter who or what we believe and follow. We need to, hug each other, embrace each other, and remember that we're all human beings, honestly.
What are your thoughts after what you heard happening over here?
I was horrified. Like I said, I mentioned to your guy I didn't want to be nosy, but I was curious because I saw the police cars, and I was on my way to get breakfast tacos and walking back. And when he said a triple homicide, I just about fell over. We moved here in 2002 on the west side because we came from New England, and people here were Texas friendly. They drove friendly, they were polite, and in short of the last 10 years, more accelerated in the last 5. our green space is going away. The traffic is absurd. It's easier to get into Austin. And the whole neighborhood and small town is just gone.
So with the changes, is violence one of those? Have you seen an uptick in violence across the city since you first moved here?
I see more and more of it. We have a homeless issue that's not been addressed. That probably contributes to it. But the violence of the triple homicide just alarmed me immensely. We've been contemplating moving to Round Rock, and
is that something, though, when it comes to violence here? Is that kind of out of the ordinary, or is this something that...
First I've heard, but we do have more and more incidences in Georgetown than you ever saw.
Sure. Does that bring any concerns to your overall safety living here in the town?
Yeah, like I said, we moved from the west side to off the end of road, which is a nice older community, but we've been contemplating a move to Round Rock or North Austin, and I think we are seriously looking at that for just a year.
Gotcha. Is there anything I didn't ask you about what happened over here that you wanted to talk about, or any other feelings?
I'm still horrified, to be honest with you. I don't have words for it. I walk every day, and I walk by these people, and they're very nice, and we speak, and to think that 3 people lost their lives today is just heartbreaking.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and get the latest news by downloading the CBS Austin News app.